Hey everybody, this is Paul at Speed. I'm doing a quick video of the basics part 1. I already have posted the basics part 2, which is just me on a ride, kind of going over the basics in a tutorial on my bike. So this is a really introductory video. Anybody who knows how to ride, you're not going to get anything out of this. This is really for somebody who's never really ridden before. So let's go over the control systems. So motorcycles are pretty standard, but I'm going to show you a photograph of the control systems. Please note that this is pretty standard stuff pre or post 1970s. So that's the controls on a motorcycle. The next thing we're going to do is talk about the friction zone, talk about basic counter steering. So the friction zone is a point at which you let out the clutch and the motorcycle begins to engage. It's not fully engaged, but it's partially engaged, partially not engaged. So what I recommend everyone do is get on their motorcycles, start them in neutral, make sure they're in neutral, and let out the clutch very slowly. And as the bike begins to move, you'll walk with the bike with your feet on the ground. Hopefully your feet can touch the ground, otherwise you can't do this exercise. But I go over a little more depth in the basic part 2. So once you understand your friction zone, the next thing to do is understand basic counter steering. So when you're going below, let's say 14 to 16 miles an hour, you steer a motorcycle like a bicycle. You turn the bars to the right and the front tire points to the right, the motorcycle will go right. You point the tire to the left, the motorcycle will go left. Above that point, roughly 14 to 16 miles an hour, you have to apply what's called counter steering for you to actually steer the motorcycle. So counter steering is kind of counterintuitive for people who's never really ridden a motorcycle before. So here, let's just say you're going 20 miles an hour and you want to go right. You hold the bars, you push the right bar forward, and you pull the left bar towards your body. I like the push-pull. Some people say push, some people say pull, but to make it easy, we're just going to say push. So you push that right bar forward. Your front wheel turns to the left, but the bike leans to the right, and the bike will go right. Now the reason why this counter steering is what it is, it's the physics of the motorcycle and physics of the tires. So your tires are round. They're like a cambered semicircle, I guess you can call it, the contact that meets the road. When you push to the right, you lean to the right, and then you actually ride on the edge or the side wall of the tire. Since the tire is round, the physics of the bike, it leans to the right, it wants to go right. The same with the left. You push on the left, the tire will move to the right, but it'll lean left because of the tire shape. And then the bike will go left. The worst thing you can do is fight the motorcycle on these counter steering techniques. If you fight the motorcycle, you'll wind up bringing the motorcycle down, crashing, or something bad happen. So I suggest you find a big parking lot and you practice these counter steering techniques. Here's a photograph of counter steering. So now that we have an understanding of counter steering and an understanding of the control systems on a motorcycle, now we're going to just talk about just one basic property of cornering. So the biggest cause of single vehicle accidents on a motorcycle is failure to corner properly. You're either coming into the corner too fast, you hard brake while you're in the lean in the corner, which the bike will want to stand up. You could light brake, and more advanced tips I'm going to save for my Superbike video coach, Superbike coach video. But when you take a corner, you come into the corner, you want to do what's called waypoint viewing. When you're riding a motorcycle, you never look at where you are, you look at where you're going. I know it's a very general statement, so to make it more focal or less general, you perform what's called waypoint viewing. So you're going down a straightaway, you're looking at the end of that straightaway, not at the piece that's right in front of the front tire. You look at the end of the straightaway. Now, it could be a straightaway for 100 miles, or it could be a straightaway for a quarter mile. But eventually the road will turn right, left, a tight turn, a loose turn, who knows. But when you start to come up to the turn, your next waypoint would be the entry of the turn. This way you know how to enter this turn. And you're always applying outside, inside, outside technique on a corner. You want to make your radius of the turn as large as possible so you can lean the bike as minimal as possible to go around that corner so you can go faster. So you're staying to you're coming up to a right corner. Let's just say it's a right corner. Your eyes are now focused on the entry of that corner. You're bringing the motorcycle slightly to the left side of your lane, not the left side of the road, but the left side of your lane. And you're apexing, so you enter the corner, the next waypoint would be the apex of the corner. And then the next point after the apex corner would be the exit of the corner. After you exit, you're looking down the straightaway, you're looking into the next corner. Next corner is the entry point. But you want to stay outside, and then you're going inside to the apex, and then you're going outside again to your lane. If you look at it, I'll show you a picture of a proper cornering outside inside technique. So take a look at this picture. It'll clear up what I'm trying to explain, because I really don't have a chalkboard here to show you guys. But here, take a look at this picture. Now, you understand how to corner, you understand outside, inside, you understand what the controls of the motorcycle are. You've walked it back and forth to understand your friction zone. Now you have to commit this stuff to muscle memory. The only way to do that is to practice. Okay, so you've taken a look at cornering. You see the cornering map. You understand outside, inside, outside to taking a corner. You understand waypoint viewing. You understand the controls of a motorcycle. You're beginning to understand the friction zone and basic countersteering. Those are the tools you're going to need as a basic rider, and those are the things you're going to need to practice. You need to commit them to muscle memory so that when you come up to the corner, it's innate what to do instead of thinking about what to do, because when you have to think about something, it slows your time down. So you want to keep practicing these things so that you commit them to muscle memory. Once you have them commit to muscle memory, then you're probably ready for the next level, which is an intermediate level class. But I hope everyone enjoyed this little video. So please take a look at part 2. Please like, comment, let me know if we missed something. If you want to see something, we'll do an add-on video or answer questions in the comment section. All right, thanks everybody.